Hello, fellow dorks, and welcome back to Alone in the Dork. I am so very happy to be getting back to this. We are on session 3 of Miru. I've been really enjoying this game. You may also be asking, what happened to his face? This is for my show. I got to grow out a mustache for it, so I'm going to look like this for like 2.5 months. We still got to just for men's it and trim it up really nice and tight. I'm playing Dr. Watson in a Sherlock Holmes play that runs for some time. So I'm going to be looking like an idiot for quite a while. So nonetheless, I don't care because I want to play this game. It's my one day off, so I'm ready to dive into this. So without further ado, the game's afoot. There we are. Okay, now we're in frame. Let's get going, baby. So we had our last session went pretty well. We fought a growler bear and won. We have a hunting knife. We have a taser. We have a little bit of food. We're pretty much full health. We have 18 health. And yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about where we are. So let's just get this day started. We did Fight Club. We bumped up our tech to a 4. At first, when you start to learn tech, it kind of helps if you do it in Fight Club. But then eventually you hit this point where mathematically it makes more sense where you start trying it out in the wild. But let's go. Let's get rocking. It is dawn. We are in our little village. It's right over here. And we got a little goat. Skipper was his name. And then we did kill the bear up here. Sorry, bear. But yeah, we're right here, and we're going to just start making our way out. So let's see what we got here. It is dawn. First thing, fight enemy in space. No, baby, we're in the village. Mark our calendar. I can do that very quickly. We're up to day 9, so we are cruising. And then we are moving up to reset solar items. Got our taser set. Manage inventory. So I did a bit of digging in the rulebook. The solar taser is a weapon. So I think I'm going to keep that on us and probably get rid of our short bow. I don't like doing that because there may be a point where we need range weaponry, but nonetheless, I'm going to put our bow over here as we set up our inventory for the day and just arm us with our solar taser because that just does a walloping amount of damage. Okay. When we managed our inventory, experience cutscene. There's no cutscene. There's no cutscene on the 9th day. Let's keep on cruising. All right, let's figure out where we want to go. We're going to go into Skipper's domain over here. We're going to go just west. So this is an old tile. Experience event. If there's an icon on a tile, go to that events page and experience the event. If there's no icon on it, roll a 1d6. Okay. Yep. A 5. To determine the event, we go to page 56. Holy crap, wait, we fight these things? If there is no icon when returning to an old tile, roll 1d6. Oh, butts. We gotta fight something. I didn't know that. So you can see right here, if we roll a 1, we fight the buster. 2, we fight the other buster. 3, we fight this buster. 4, we fight another growler bear. 5, which would roll, we have a seeker canine. So we are fighting this little dog bot, it looks like. Man, I didn't know that. So I guess they're hunting Skipper. We can't let Skipper go down like that. So we are we're here to protect Skipper. All right, so this is an auspicious beginning. Off to the races here. We are fighting a seeker canine. It only has 8 health and a defense of 1. We can kill it in 1 round. So that's pretty cool. We can get some rewards from it. If you remember that little mini game we had last session. All right, let's see what we got here. It does go first, unfortunately. We do have our shield. And I started thinking about this when I was editing the last video. Maybe it's more like instead of like a shield that's on our arm, because it's like, why can't I wear a coat? Maybe it's this shield that just envelops our full body. So that's kind of where I'm going right now with like what the heck this thing is on us. So it does go first. It rolls a 1d6. Please be low. I asked you to be low and you weren't. So that is a 6. It did 5 points of damage to us. Oh, it's not bad at all. Our shield blocks 4. So it only did 1 point of damage. Okay, these canine things aren't the strongest thing in the world. And what we do is we just gotta... It penetrates a little bit. Maybe like it kind of bites our arm a little bit. We just yank free. A little bit of blood starts seeping out of our little wound. But nonetheless... We get our little taser set, and we zap the dude. And again, our taser does 10 points of damage. It has a defense of 1, And so we do 9 points. It has an overall 8 HP. We killed it. We just short circuit the thing. Then we get to roll for parts and things. So last time, if you do remember, we have these 2 little pips right here. Pips indicate how many dice we roll. So it's going to be 2 dice. So this thing wasn't super hard. So here we have the combat aftermath page. We're going to roll 2d6. Let's get rid of these. Boink, boink. 7. That's actually better than my roll when I rolled 3d6. Or we can get a spare robot part and 3 meal bars, which is what we're doing. So again, what we get to do is we get to choose how we divide up our dice. We can divide up our dice how we want or just combine them. So we got a 1 and a 6. A 1 would give us the spare parts, and the 6 would give us the meal bars. Or we can combine them for a 7 to get 3 bits. Yeah, we're getting 3 meal bars and a spare parts. Fine with me. So that puts us up to 6 meal bars. That's nice. And then the spare parts. Spare parts is this little icon right here. This little bow tie looking thing. So let's get us some spare parts. Okay, so we got 1 spare part. I know this is a mess, but let's just deal with it. All right, moving on. So that was our day of fighting a thing. Dusk. Eat some food. Easy enough. We are down some health, so let's eat one of our mini meal bars, which gives us 2 health and 1 energy, which we don't need the energy, but I'll take the 2 health. So that puts us up to 19. We are almost max health. I love that. And moving on to dark. All right, this is a quick day. Sleep gives us 3 health, so we are full energy and health. I love it. Condition check, we have no conditions. We're not sleep deprived. If there is an enemy on the map that moves, this is when it does so. I don't know what dictates that, but I think we're okay. And let's go back to dawn. All right, rise and shine, campers. Let's go. It's Groundhog Day. We're up to day 10. We charge up our solar taser after using it yesterday. And now we are moving into a new terrain. Let's go here. Let's go west. You get this little pocket right here, just left of Skipper's domain. No cutscenes, anything like that. It is a new tile. We roll a 1d6. A 4. That is a grasslands. Okay, let's get another grasslands out there. Grasslands. All right. So we're in the grasslands. Now we're going to roll 2d6 to see what we get here. A 6. More ruins, baby. We love our some ruins. We roll a 1d6. Let's see what ruins we get. The 5. Have we gotten grassland ruins? We have. This is where we found the high school in the grasslands, which is just to our south, actually. So it makes sense. Through the mountains, there's this little valley. Okay, so we got a 5. We were at the rusty train cart. As you walk along the grass, you notice a set of train tracks beginning to emerge. You follow the tracks until they meet a rusty train cart. Inside it are clear signs someone camped here recently, but they must have left in a hurry and left their stuff, hopefully. You get a meal bar, great, and 1 improved camping gear. Okay, I will take that. So another meal bar, sure. And then we get 1 improved camping gear. Let's see what that does. Quite used, but surprisingly comfortable. Replaces the base stat improvements for sleeping. Yay! So we now gain +4 health and +4 energy when we sleep in our new tent. Oh, so it looks like it takes up a little slot in our inventory. It takes up this little rectangle, but we get a +4 health and a +4 energy when we sleep. Love it. Let us go ahead and move that onto our dark area where it talks about sleep. Oh, that's a pretty good improvement. We get 2 more energy and we get 1 more health when we sleep in our tent. That's nice. So I'm going to just put like a 4 and a 4 to remind us of that when we sleep, when we get to our little dark time period of day. Okay, we've got quite a few of these slots, so that's pretty good. We can easily feel that. Tent. So let's just plop that down there. Let's get a little train car onto our map. Okay, here's our train. All right, I do appreciate that it's actually a cable car, but let's just deal with it. So again, I just have the idea, because I'm a really bad artist, that he has I don't know why everything's here. He's like a quarterback reading the plays constantly. He's got this little iPad. That's how he's like mapping the world out. So he's just using emojis, because again, I don't know what his education is, so he may not be able to read and write very well. So this is how he's remembering where he's gone. Okay, that puts us to dusk. We got to eat food, unfortunately. I am max health. I guess I'm going to eat one of my power bars. We did get a free meal bar, so it's like a free day. So I'll take that. And then no need for first aid. We do sleep. We sleep in our new tent tonight. That's nice. And we didn't really need the health or energy, but we slept in our tent. And then we move on to the next day. All right, we're cruising. So we recharge our taser. We move up to day 11. Manage inventory, check. No cutscenes. The next cutscene is day 15. Maybe we're moving so fast. Maybe that's where I try to push us to today. Let's see. All right, let's move northeast of us, northeast of the cable car. And let's see what kind of terrain we have. A 4. That is more grasslands. So it kind of makes sense. We found this little valley, and we're just kind of like wandering this valley. Everything's all nice out here, so why not? All right. Got our nice little world. And then, again, we know how this works. Let's determine the event. Okay, roll 2d6. 5. Another village. Yay! Village number 2. Maybe we won't make it to the next cutscene because I like to play in villages. So here we go, village number 2. So let's give us a little 2. This is village number 2. So if you remember, for each village we hit, they kind of add on top of each other for different quests, and more items are available. So the more villages we find, the more bountiful each village becomes. The villages! They have a fight club, which I don't think we need. I guess I could have tried my fight club maneuver on that robot dog. I should have done that. That was a mistake. Let's look here real quick, though. So we don't go in the village. There's the fight club. We're like, ooh, I haven't kicked someone's butt in a day. So in the fight club currently, I have a 50% chance of raising that skill. My skill level is 4, and I would roll a 1d6, and I want to roll a 4 or above. So it's possible I could raise it. But let's see what else we got in the village first. I get excited. I like to beat people up, apparently. I still need to figure out my name. So in Village 2, you can see right here, it has plus everything available at Village 1 and all this stuff here down here at Village 2. And it looks like we have access to treasure maps. We have access to the strongbow. And we have access to a laser sword. We need a laser arm and a spare parts and 10 bits. Okay, well, we don't have a laser arm. The strongbow, we need 2 spare parts, which we only have 1, and 8 bits. Okay. And then these treasure maps, that sounded kind of fun. I don't know what that is. I'm probably going to buy it because we've got 9 bits. Oh, maybe not. Let's see what else they have. They have a roll and wire slice. There's a new tech, which does, I don't know what. I got to find that somewhere. Treasure maps, strongbow, and then the laser sword. And we also have access to the tavern as well. That is where we can kind of heal up. We don't really need that at all. And there's quests. That's right. So we can get a treasure map and a new quest. Yeah, that sounds like what we're going to get today. So let's see what's going on our quests. Quest number 2. The old greenhouse, which makes sense. We're in a little valley. When we were kids, we would sneak off and play in the woods, 1 tile east of here. I'm going to call that northeast. There was an old greenhouse that had a glowing tree in it. That sounds like radiation poisoning. We got caught sneaking out and never went back to check on it. Can you go see if it's still there? So we're going to have a greenhouse right there. And let's put a number 2 there. 2. All right. Treasure map. Treasure maps are on page 57. All right. Let's see what this means. Treasure maps are mysterious notes left by strangers. Many shop owners even wonder where they come from. The maps they sell you have been confirmed with rumors and suspicions. The vibes feel good, they tell you. All right. Treasure map 1. Mark your map with I'll put down a chest or something. Grasslands train 2 tiles northeast. When you visit the tile, return here during step J. So 2 tiles northeast. All right, so this is where our treasure map is going to be. So I'm going to just put a big X, like X marks the spot. Oh, that costs us money, by the way. Map number 1 costs us 5. I love how we can sell it. We get it, and we plunder the treasure, and like, here's a treasure map. The vibes feel right. That cost us 5 bit, so which puts us down to 4. All right, so we got us a quest, which is check out the radioactive treehouse, and then a treasure map up in the grasslands. So I know where we're headed next. We're not going to sleep in the inn, because that costs us money. We don't need that health. We're full health, so let's eat some food. I think I'm going to eat fruit tonight. I don't really want to eat anything, but I think that's what I'm going to eat. Making sure I do everything. Yep. sleep, eat, poop. All right, moving on. It's dark and back to the next day. All right, like I said, cruising along. Day 12. We know the drill. Recharge, change the map. Inventory's good. No cutscenes. New tile. Let's head straight to number 2 there. So we make our way up to the second quest, Radioactive Treehouse. If it is a, if it's one of these things, which is a quest, go to page 40. Quest number 2, the old treehouse. Here we go. You pass the tree with his initials carved into it and find a small moss-covered glass greenhouse. Oh, it's a greenhouse, not a treehouse. The shrubbery and vines lay claim to this relic now. You push through the door and hack your way through the overgrown interior. In the back of the greenhouse is a small, glowing bonsai fruit tree. One engineered plant. When we return it to the village, I wonder if we have the option of keeping it for ourselves or giving it to the person. So all we're doing is sleeping and eating. So again, we lost more stupid food. Another meal bar's gone. Everything's good. We sleep. We don't have to roll for night events, thankfully. And we wake up the next morning. We're feeling happy and hearty and healthy. We are now on day 13. Do I want to go to the village or do I want to push on to the treasure map? So we have this engineered plant. Let's see what it does. And then that'll decide, like, if it can help us, maybe we kind of push on. +1 fruit every 5 days. That's not amazing. A genetic oddity that gives you a fruit every 5 days. It is on your active body, but we have to wear it. Gain a fruit at the beginning of step D. Yeah, I don't want to keep this thing. I'll probably return it and hopefully get some money. I say let's push on. Let's, because we're almost done with this section of map. We're gonna have to turn around anyway and come back. So let's push on and try to get this this treasure map item. So we're going into a new area. So we need to determine terrain. A 2. I thought it was gonna be a 1 for a second. If you roll a 1, you get injured, which amazingly hasn't happened yet. So we're gonna hit a forest. All right, there's a forest between us and the treasure map. Boink. And what do we find in the forest? Let's clear this. 8. I think that's ruins. Let's see. More ruins, man. Man, we love... I guess mathematically, like a 6, 7, 8 is the most likely thing to roll, so ruins makes sense. So let's see what ruins we get here. 4. The Brutalist Church. Okay. And then we need to get another church emoji here. There we go. Oh, I should put a little bonsai tree right here to say that that's where we got our little bonsai tree. I'll do that in a second. Okay, Brutalist Church. A massive concrete bowl of a building pokes out from among the tree line. Many of its giant stained glass windows have been shattered. Nature has crawled inside, covering the pews and walls with vines and greenery. A flock of birds fly away as you enter. The air is cold and silent. The only noise you hear is the leak in the roof slowly dripping into a puddle near the entrance. You walk up to the podium and follow a ray of sunshine to the stage. There's a small wooden donation bowl holding 4 bits. That would put me up to 8. 8's a pretty good number. Right? You can usually get an item with 8. Oh boy. I feel like last time nothing happened. That was in like the cult church where there's like 100 dead people in the pews, and that was okay. We only have 4 bits. I am worried we're going to... There's no like cursed condition, but maybe we go hungry or we get attacked by something. Maybe that happens. 8 bits. I mean, we only have 4 bits. And on our way back, we're going to have to fight something. Because if you go through a space that's already been encountered, you fight something. I'm going to leave it. We have things we can sell. We're probably going to get money returning that little tree thing, so I'm going to leave it. Okay, no. 44. Okay, 44, the Brutalist Church. You leave the coins and walk up to the roof. You camp up there, beneath the stars that night. I return after step P. Okay. I think I just need to eat something. I'm gonna eat some fruit. And then there's nothing, I'm looking, I have my turn order set over here. Event, experience, but eat food, attempt to sleep. Okay, I did all that stuff, I'm good. After step P. You dream about a depressed preacher. He uses his phone to call his god, but Alora answers instead. You look at his phone to see 4 white eyes looking back. Okay. Moving on quickly. Back to Dawn. Recharge all of our stuff. Mark our calendar. There we go. There's a little potted plant bonsai tree that we found. Let's make our way up here to our treasure map area. If there is an icon, treasure map, there is. Great. So here we go to the treasure map. You find a rusty train cart. There's a lot of train carts. Rusty train cart out in the middle of a field. The blast marks on the outside lead you to believe whoever was here last left in a hurry. Improved camping gear. Meh, we already have improved camping gear. I feel like I read somewhere that it is possible to... There's only like one of each item, so this may not be there, like it's already been found. I feel like I read that somewhere. Maybe that was in a different game. I play a lot of games. I'm going to go ahead and put this on my inventory, and if I really need the money, then I'll look into this rule, or I'll look into this rule when we're done playing this. So I'm just going to put like a little ×2 here, just to let me know that I've got 2 of these things. And we'll deal with it if we need to deal with it. We found another train car. I'm just going to put another train there. Burp. All right, I'm going to eat another energy bar. That's our day. Next morning. Here we go. 15th. We are going to experience another cutscene. Day 15. Move to a new tile. This is a forest tile. Okay, we were here, so let's just move right here. So far, both of our cutscenes have been in forests. So let's just go here. I mean, I could go way up here just to get that weird little corner out of the way. That's a long walk back to the village, but this is tucked away in a corner, and I don't know if I'm going to be coming back here. Let's put it up here. Experience the following event. All right, let's see what we got. Woo. You come across a muddy pathway near the edge of a river. You notice the footprints in the path look like the feet of a helper F2. You cautiously follow the trail until it leads right up to a warehouse in the middle of the woods. You hide behind a tree and spy on the activity afoot. 2 Buster T7s, those are the big ones, I think, circle the entrance with their glowing laser arms. I want a laser arm. You notice a limping helper F2. The same leg is damaged from the night your brother died. Oh, this is the robot that my brother was like stupidly trying to cow tip. After watching them for some time, you sneak closer and climb up to a window on the side of the building. Inside, you see helper F2s move across the warehouse in sync, picking up and dropping off bundles of clothing. You see hats, shoes, and various articles being spun up, spit out, and folded. You notice a few robots walk off and lay down on what looks like wireless charging pads. You follow the large wiring connected to the pads all the way to the transformer just a few feet away from you. You reach over with your solar taser and blast the wire exiting the building. You look back inside to see the robots melting to the chargers and bursting into flames. You quickly hop down and walk away. Unfortunately, just as you thought you were in the clear, a Buster T7 hits you. Okay. 15 health, 3 defense. It kind of looks like the thing from the first RoboCop. And it does a lot of damage. But I'm attacking this thing. I got a hunter's knife. That's not a knife. All right, here we go. Sadly, it goes first. So, we want this to be a low roll. I jinxed me, like I always do. 6. It just did 9 points of damage. I could block 4 of that. So, I'm like sneaking out of this thing, thinking how clever I am. I melted all these robots. And then all of a sudden, this big old monstrosity just comes out. And maybe it moves like really stealthily. And it just like, remember, because I like picked up my brother with one of its arms and threw it. So maybe it just like backhands me. And thankfully, like I said, my shield just kind of covers my body. And it absorbs some of it, but not all of it. So I did get hit for 9 points of damage. My shield blocked 4. So it was still 5 points of damage. I can only take a few more of those hits. All right, I'm going to taser this stupid thing. It does block 3 of it, but I do 10, so I just hit it for 7. So that knocks it down to 8. Let's update its health right there. 8. Gross. This isn't fun. Now it goes. Come on. It was a 1. Did you see that? It was a 1. But it's a 4. Again, now that I have my shield up and charged and like I'm a little bit more mobile, I'm able to like kind of take the hits a little bit better. So it only did 1 point of damage, which is great. So my shield is up and I am ready, and I'm bouncing back and forth as I pull out my hunting knife. I am going to stabby. My knife does 5. It blocks 3 of that. So I only do 2 points of damage. Oof. It's going to take me 3 more rounds to finish this thing off. Again, I have the same shield it has. So it's each time I hit it, like I really have to like penetrate this force shield it has on it. But I do. So it goes again. It brings up its little, I think it like had this like little, its little sword arm is when like what went through my brother. So unlike my brother, I've got this shield that protects me a bit better. Yes, 1. So when it rolls a 1, it only does 3 points of damage. I completely block that. So not only do I sidestep it, but it also hits the shield as well and just completely goes awry. And the robot knows that I'm wearing special armor. Use of robotic equipment prohibited. I take no damage from that. Maybe my dagger, I slam my dagger into it and I just twist it, tearing and cutting at the circuitry in it. I have to let go of it and I kind of dodge again. But I did do another 2 points of damage. It swings back at me. I leave my knife inside the thing as it swings at me again. 5. Shoot. That's its big hit. Maybe because, I don't know, I somehow get electrocuted as I'm like, yank. That's why I let go of the knife, because it electrocutes me. But I just took the full blow, which is 5 points of damage. Yeesh. That puts me down to 9. I shiv the thing again, which drops it down to 2. I will kill it next round. And so it gets its final blow on me right here. Man, I'm glad I got that freaking sleeping bag and tent. I'm gonna need it tonight. Okay, that did another 5. That knocks me down to 4 health. I do have some power bars and I'm gonna sleep well if I can. Okay, I get electrocuted, I kind of stumble back. It just starts pummeling me and it's just beating me senseless. I do see my dagger up there. Maybe I grab a rock and I slam the hilt of the dagger like a hammer into a nail, and it slams down into the Buster T7, and the thing just... That was rough. Okay, so I'm going to roll. As we can see right here, I do the combat aftermath. I get 3 dice, I get a roll. That's pretty great. Let's see what I can get here. Combat aftermath. Okay, so 6 gives me meal bars. Special reward right there. I can get a laser arm and an extra spare part. Totally what I'm doing, because I can combine the 2 6s to turn it into a 12, and then I still have 1, which I can get a spare part out of. Love it. I don't know what iconography a laser arm is. Here it is, it's scrap. A laser arm is, oh no, it's the bow tie. So I guess I can carry that on my person. So right here, you can see like my spare parts are right here. And then right here, I can be carrying it on my body. I can double up my items, so they don't take up extra slots. I can carry two spare parts in the same slot. I'm pretty sure I read that. I'll do a little rules research before next session. I have a couple of questions I need to answer before I get back to town. So let's do that. And laser arm, heck yeah, laser arm, fantastic. Laser arm, used to make a laser sword, has no other purpose. I may be able to make a laser sword when I get back. I just need the money, but if I return the glowing bonsai tree, I may be able to have enough. So that was my day. Eventful day. Robot genocide. Dusk. Eat food. Yes, please. I do have my meal bar. Drops it down to 2. That gives me 6 health. I know I have my tech ability. I was not going to try my tech on that combat. I needed the guaranteed success because I believe you can fail. If you fail your tech, you don't get the equipment working properly and you screw up and nothing happens. I could not afford to do that in that last fight. Attempt to sleep. Sleeping bag, 4. That puts me up to 10 health. Fantastic. I'm up to 10. No conditions. I'm not starving. I'm not sleep deprived. And then after step P, I need to return to the cutscene. So let's see how this day ends. And this is where we'll call it a session. This is a great ending. Probably put a factory right up here. Maybe that's where I'll end it. Let's do that now before I get to the final thing, because I want to save that for the end. Let's find a little factory icon. They're in a little gas station. All right, that's fine. Okay, let's see how our cutscene ended for the day. You dream about a woman standing next to you in a backyard pool. The blue lights of the water blanket her in a shimmer of lights and shadows. She invites you to come closer. Your body moves closer without your permission. The woman holds your head against hers. Take care of them for me, she whispers to you as she slides a memory card into the back of your neck. You wake up when it clicks in. What? Ooh, that's very Matrixy. Okay, don't like that. Fantastic place to end this session. Dude, I'm loving this game. Really, really, really fun. I'm definitely going to be doing another one of these episodes soon. I just got to open my show. I'm going into tech, so it may take me a while to get to this next one. But wow. I love this game. And then that is going to be it for today. Wow. I'm so excited about this game. I got a couple of things to look up here just in regards to rules, but nothing too startling. But wow, this is really great. Again, this is Miru by Hinokodu. Something close to that, I hope. If you are enjoying this, please feel free to go on to my, subscribe to my YouTube channel, blah, 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 self-promotion. But also, you can find in my little chat comment section thing, that is where I have my Discord channel. Please join that, because that is where I talk about what games to play next and also what I'm going to live stream. Because I do live streams as well, where the chat also plays the games along with me, and I just kind of narrate, and they're in charge of like all the decisions and all the dice rolling. Thank you so very much. I am having such a great time doing this. This has been easily this may be my favorite game I've been playing so far. So I'm really loving this, and I can't wait to see where this goes. So that's it for today. Thank you so much, and until next time, stay dorky, my friends.